Hello. It has been a minute, but thankfully it is the last international break for quite a while. For anyone that doesn't follow, international break was wild. There was a lot happening at World Cup qualifications. Shout out to Parrot from Ireland. I'm the SC Whisperer, joined by SC Deadly, your one-stop shop for all things SuperCoach EPL. My friend, it was a hot minute ago, in week 11, but I had a pretty successful week. Got the triple digits in a week that felt like there was a lot of low scoring. So happy with that. How did you fare?
Yeah, honestly, not bad, to be honest. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, I had some pretty questionable sit-start decisions, but that seems to be a weekly thing for me. And honestly, I'm happy with an 85 in that pretty average week.
Yeah, I was over the moon. It was a very, very turbulent week for me. I opted to, I think as we spoke about on the podcast, I bought João Pedro and captained him, and it was over the moon to get the points, and then obviously to see Manchester City score 3. Terrified, absolutely terrified, but Haaland ended up on 7 in a week where he is the most popular captain by far, obviously by good reason. But it's good to be here. It's good to be back. It's good to have international break. But mate, we go from one opposite to the other. We go from like sort of doing 2-3 pods and then having a week off to doing 3 pods in the space of about 10 days. And that's going to be continuous for the next probably 6 weeks. So for anyone that's not in the know, now that international football's out of the way for a while, we enter the what's the word? The highly anticipated Christmas period where fixtures just get absolutely congested to the gills. No doubles just yet. You hear us talk about that in the preseason. You heard us talk about that early in the season. No doubles just yet, but very much a Saturday deadline, Wednesday deadline, Saturday deadline, Wednesday deadline. So it's going to be on and off. You do still have European football in the mix every second week. So, but yeah, podcast's going to come thick and fast, my friend. As always, we're going to break down pretty much everything from last game week. We're going to talk about the things to plan for this week. But straight away, let's get into the game week preview last week. As we said, it felt like a very, very long time ago, but there was some key things to talk about.
We'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look.
Yes. These notes are brought to you by Deadly. Thank you for writing them so I don't have to. But we're going to be talking about match by match. We're going to be talking about the key stats, the highlights, the injuries and rotation risks. And boy, there were plenty of those. The eye test standouts and anyone that we're picking up from the watch list, my friend. And we started off with Tottenham 2, Manchester United 2. This game had about 6 different winners all throughout the game. It was a wild game, but they did split the points at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Matthias de Ligt, the top scorer with a 15-pointer and a goal. Destiny Udogie, 12 points and an assist, preseason hero. And Wilson Odobert, 12 points and an assist. Not really much to talk about from the big players this game. Mohamed Kudus continues to be underwhelming. Bruno was fine without being excellent. Benjamin Sesko was probably the big one. Brian Mbeumo, obviously not mentioned in this, but also did have a 12-pointer as well. So people jumping on him got the rewards. But before we sort of jump into the notes here, like I haven't been a Kudus owner. Didn't play this game, and I think we touched on him about being a sell. Some other guys that really stunk it up, Xavi Simons, Van der Ven as well, like popular guys that didn't do much. Probably set the tone, my friend, for the week that was.
Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely overloading on Tottenham players was not the week to do it. And even the Man U players that were pretty popular, they were pretty average. But, if you had a Bruno and a Mbeumo going after this first game, you would have been laughing. But besides that, not too much going on. Not very many popular picks popped off. Most of the guys that worked for Tottenham were the guys that came off the bench. Like Odobert and Udogie were the two off the bench, and they were the damn near 2 man of the matches when they came on. So,
yes, I vice captain Bruno in this game, and it was the only option I could take, and thankfully 11 points wasn't enough for me to activate the loop and get burnt this week. But the big talking point, Benjamin Sesko was a sub in this game and came on, then came off, which is never a good sign. Went straight in the tunnel, missed the international break as well. And I think reports from the Athletics say it's going to be at least 4 weeks. And in this congested period, 4 weeks is probably 5 or 6 game weeks. So if you had him, not only is he seemingly out of favor, but also just injured. So hold him for a loop if you want, sell him, but definitely a sell moving forward. Wilson Odobert, Destiny Udogie were really good in this game, as you alluded to earlier. The key performers from this game for Tottenham came off the bench. Brian Brummer has continued to be the leader of this front three. So he's been really good. Mateus Cunha wasn't. However, there is optimism from my end. We were talking about this in the WhatsApp in our sort of contributors chat. There's obviously but Brian Brummer is going to be going to AFCON very, very shortly, and Mateus Cunha will be pretty much the sole attack of this United team that comes into a very, very good run of fixtures. So he's at a nice discounted price as well to be looking at picking him up. Bruno, late assist did help. Ahmad was great playing higher up the pitch, which is what we want to see in that 3-4-3 system. Pedro Porro and Destiny Dogu and Spence are not options. Just not only is Xavi Simons killed Pedro Porro, Xavi Simons just sucks as well. So it's just like a black hole. Reminds me of the Simpsons episode where they put the chart up of where Bart sits in the classroom and everyone just is sucked around him. And that is Xavi Simons at the moment. Thoughts on this? Yeah, so the injuries, Lisandro Martinez is a potential return for United side, which is going to be unreal for their defense. And a guy that we could look at. Very curious where he does come in this back three. I think he walks in. But it's a case of where he plays under Ruben Amorim. So interesting to see. Everton 2, Fulham 0. Good win for the boys. Good win for David Moyes. Shout out to Abdul Decore in the back there.
We'll give Dwight McNeil a shout out too.
2-0 for Everton. Michael Keane, 22 points, a goal and a clean sheet in my FPL team. What a man.
What a
goat. Gay with 19 points and a goal. Kendrick Hall, what feels like his first return in about 8 weeks, gets an assist and a 16-pointer.
He genuinely could have scored 40 points, 40 SuperCoach points in this game. He was unlucky. He had one assist rubbed out. His goal got rubbed out. We scored 5 goals and 3 of them got disallowed.
Yep.
He's pretty good.
I'll tell you what. Is there a bigger fall off than Jack Grealish? He was going to average 100 points based off the hype in the first 3 weeks of the season, and since then he's had 1 double-digit return since game week 3.
I blame Vitaly Mikolenko, but that's just me.
Your favorite? I got a message from Deadly after this game, and it was just we need a new left back, and I said you got Vitaly Mikolenko, and I didn't get replied to, so not great.
I said he's poo, but yeah.
3 disallowed goals for Everton. Katie H was unreal. Kenny Tete kept Jack Grealish in check. Not a name I thought would.
He was really good. Kenny Tete, he was really good.
Alex Iwobi was really good for Fulham. Probably not someone I'm looking at with Nigeria off to AFCON. Would see that Alex Iwobi not be a long-term option. And your boy Iliman Ndiaye was good again. Iliman Ndiaye. If it's not January, he's gone in the off season. No, unfortunately,
don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Good. He's so
good.
Him
and James Garner, they're here to stay. We're getting Scott McTominay. We're on.
Yes, sure. Shout out to Scott McTominay for sending Scotland through the World Cup, and what a goal. West Ham 3, Burnley 2. I can't believe that this is back to back.
Shout out Keenan
Oh yeah, I forgot he was a player. He absolute worldie goal. If you haven't seen, Scotland played Denmark, and it was winning in. It was simple as winning you into the World Cup. Scotland haven't been in since early 90s.
92.
Yeah. And Scott McTominay just hit a worldy worldy bicycle kick to go up 1-0. Denmark leveled. Denmark had a man sent off for a second yellow. Scotland go 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go. Then Rasmus Højlund buried a penalty, and then there was another goal to make it 2-2. And then in the dying moments, Arsenal left back hero, the saviour, Kieran Tierney, just bend it like Beckham. Just it was 2 worldy goals in this game. So go check it out. West Ham 2, Burnley 3. I'll do it again. 3 XG for us, which is
rare,
unheard of. Colin with a 16-pointer and a goal. Kyle Walker-Peters 14 points and a goal. Thomas Suchek 14 points with a goal. No Jared Bowen, which is I don't know. I'm starting to get really concerned with Jared Bowen.
Yeah, let's yeah.
But yes, injury and rotation risk. We spoke about West Ham assets and the fixtures they're about to walk into, not this week, the week after. And it's a nightmare. And we did speak about Lucas Paquetá being a sell, but he's absolutely a sell now. They did have one decent game heading into game week 12 before it goes on a nightmare run. But Lucas Paquetá, like Kennedy, as we hauled a couple of weeks ago, picked up his 5th yellow card of the season, so he will miss this week through suspension. Freddie Potts was subbed off in the 62nd minute and does remain in doubt with a leg injury. From the eye
Freddie
test,
Potts, base stat GOAT.
oh yeah, we had him in the watch list, and we killed him.
9 points in 62 minutes. What a guy!
In a team that conceded 2. What a guy. Callum Wilson, really good. Matthias Fernandez looked really nice. For the Hammers, yes. King Quindashilli is a sell with a sad face emoji. Yeah, he does feature in my personal trade plans this week. But
Hall of Fame induction
put him in.
today.
First
Hall of
ballot.
Fame induction.
Ballot.
Team Quillashindi Hartman, welcome in.
First ballot. What a guy. Bowen wasn't bad, but just no contributions, and that's sort of the tale of his season. He's been our best player by far. He's still averaging like 9 points a game, so it's not terrible, but it's like a little bit down what we expected. But maybe it's the copium talking. I think Nuno is starting to find a little bit of identity with us, and we have picked up 6 points from our last 2, which is fantastic. The fixtures run is horrendous, though. Keep that in mind if you are. Look, with Bowen, I'd love to get your thoughts. I'm holding this week for Bournemouth, but I feel like if you don't sell next week against Liverpool, you just ride it out.
Yeah.
He's been poor, and they have poor fixtures, but it's like you got to make a decision whether you're holding or selling.
Yeah, I think I agree, because it's a bit like realistically after Liverpool, it's Man United. He could do something. Brighton, once again, he could do something. Villa could do something. City probably doesn't do nothing. Let's be honest, but Liverpool's the real tough one and the real tester.
You're more confident than I am. I'm terrified of these. I think we pick up.
Oh, I look. I'm saying he could do something. Whether he does, probably not. But he's still
out of these next
there.
6 fixtures, Bournemouth, Liverpool, United.
Only
Brighton,
one I'm confident in is United, to be honest.
Well, I was going to say, out of those 6 fixtures, Bournemouth, Liverpool, United, Brighton, Villa, City, that's a possible 18 points. If we come away with more than 3.5 points out of that 6, I'm over the moon. So it's a horrendous run. Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. Wowee. What a game. And what a guy. Speaking of Hall of Famers, you and I have owned most of our Hall of Famers this year. I think Dan Ballard has to go in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know if we can put him in. I feel like the Hall of Fame is just like our guys. Dan Ballard. I don't know if he can be our guy. We just never got on the Dan Ballard train.
And we sort of poo-pooed him as well. But he pops up every now and then. 16 points in goal. Bukayo Saka, 15 points and a goal. And Martin Zubimendi with 14 points with an assist. Most importantly, the man you see in the title, the man you see in the headline, and I'm kind of smug because I don't own him and I own Saliba. So I'm relatively happy, relatively chuffed I don't have to waste a trade. But Gabriel Magalhaes is injured in the international break, and it is not good. Picked up a groin return. David Ornstein is a very, 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 very well-respected journalist in the European football space, and he is reporting 1 to 2 months. In a normal standpoint, it's 4 to 8 game weeks. You're like, maybe a hold. In this, it's like upwards of like 12 game weeks. So for me, instant sell, unfortunately. Yep. But yeah, he is. There are people within the Arsenal sort of space on Twitter thinking maybe January at the best, which is 6 weeks away. So
that would be
clear sell for me. Naughty Michaeli looked really good again. He has been, I would say, like one of the most surprising players from a SuperCoach standpoint.
He's been one of the best players in the fucking Prem.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you followed sort of Ligue 1 or any French football, you sort of knew the talent that he had. But to see him put it together in this Sunderland side, he's been really, really good. Bukayo Saka was awesome. Martin Zubimendi has been really good as well. It's the year of the defensive midfielders getting attacking returns. Mikel Merino looked really good up front.
Brandon
Xhaka was good in his return to Arsenal. Noah Sadiki was impressive, and for Sunderland's midfield. Thoughts with the Gabriel injury? Where do we sit on a guy like Mosquera, who will be his replacement? And for however long he's out, he's 4.2 million. I cannot talk at 10 o'clock at night. And the watch list: Mosquera, Raya, and Sadiki. Let's talk about Mosquera because I did sort of float him the idea in the WhatsApp, and I think people need to be jumping on. Ricardo Calafiori's looks so good at left back. I don't see him shifting to centre back to bring in Miles Lewis-Skelly. I am all over Mosquera at 4.2 million. I just, it's him or it's Milinkovic from Forest for me, and it's the Arsenal defense. Like, it's the best defense we've seen in the Prem since Chelsea mid 2000s. Like, I'm finding it hard not to take him, even if it is for 8 game weeks. Like, for me, this isn't a cash grab. It's getting a piece of this Arsenal defense for 4.2 million if you don't have Saliba or you don't have Raya.
Yeah, I'm finding it really hard to knock. I just hate these, like injury replacement pickups. I'm never a fan of them in any sport because let's say the guy comes back ahead of schedule for whatever reason, and you're sort of stuck. But I don't. Look, I'm finding it really hard to knock the Mosquera shout. To be honest, he's definitely one you could watch this week for sure. To make sure with a 7 break even, he might make 300k if he keeps clean sheet. And he's only played 2 full games all season, scored a 7 and an 11 against Liverpool and Forest. So yeah, there is. You can definitely wait, but I think he's probably going to be the guy that replaces Gabriel. Look, if he looks good against Tottenham and Chelsea back to back these next 2 weeks, for a run like Brentford, Villa, Wolves, Everton, Brighton, and then Villa again, which will probably see that'll be up to when Gabriel is expected back. That's a juicy run, and it's going to be pretty hard to ignore at that point. So for me, I'm going to wait and see past these 2 decently hard fixtures and go from there.
I'm going early, only because I need to free up about 3 million. But I don't fault you waiting as well. But he's also just a base stat like monster. Like, 7 and 11 in his 2 full games, but even in games like he played 45 minutes against Newcastle at St James's Park, picked up 3 points, times that by 2 at 6 points in base, 4 points against Crystal Palace in 45 minutes again, times that by 2, 8 points in base. Like, really, really good numbers from him, floating around that sort of point.
Clean sheet bonuses, yeah.
Yeah, of course. And now he's playing he'll play the full game, and like, yeah, I'm really finding it hard not to go with Mosquera. Although there is probably one other cheap centre back that we will talk about. Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. Wolves suck. Not talking about them. Malagusto 25 points, 1 goal, 1 clean sheet. Alejandro Garnacho 20 points with 2 assists. Pedro Neto 16 points, 1 goal. Yeah, this was a game. Chelsea are good. Wolves are not. You've highlighted Wolves still suck. Absolutely. Moving on.
Aston Villa looking at my next highlight.
Wolves play Palace this week. Captain Munoz, potentially Captain Jean-Philippe Mateta, Captain Ismail Sarr.
I tell you what, Captain Jean-Philippe Mateta, you'll like when we get to the captain's article.
I'm thinking about in FPL, just quietly. Captain Adam Wharton. I mean, if I could captain Oliver Glasner, I probably would. I don't really care who.
Captain Sandbot or whatever. No, what's the that's East of Forest one. Who's the Canvot, the one that?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Way replacement. Yeah.
How many points? What is that? How many points do they have right now?
2.
Wolves suck their manager as well. For anyone that's not familiar, so
them to have, Wolves are going down. Let's just be honest here. They're cooked.
I'm just more in. I'm not. Look, they're going down. But
they've scored 2. They've got 2 points all season. They've scored 7 goals.
Are they in Derby territory? That's what I'm thinking about.
That's potentially that might
Derby points total. What?
I think Derby scored 11, maybe.
Derby 11 points. So if we hang on, what? I'm checking pace calculator. If we go 38 divided by 11, that's 3.4 points a game. Nice. If we go 11 divided by 38, that's 0.2 points a game. And how many games? We're 11 game weeks in. So to be on pace, they need to be on 3.1 points, and they're behind pace.
They're on. They're going right now. They're so far behind. I'm pretty sure they're not. They're like 7 points.
Oh no! They're getting relegated. I'm not calculating that. I'm calculating
the Derby one. Yeah. I think they're on track to get 7 points.
Derby averaged 0.28 points a game, and if you times that by 11, if you times that by 11, So every 3.5 games they picked up a point. So if you times Derby's average points per game by 11, which is how many game weeks we are through, Wolves need to be on 3.18 points to keep up with Derby, and they are behind.
My God.
Sorry, for anyone that's not familiar, that probably is like a very casual player. In 2007, Derby got relegated with 11 points. So
yeah.
We're on Derby watch.
The way I'm working it out is if we times 11 by 3, it's 33. So that's almost all the season. That'll be 6 points if you times 2 by 3. And then the extra 5 games, they're probably not scoring 5 points.
Your ways is way too confusing. Aston Villa 4, Bournemouth 0, the most surprising game of the week, and the scoreline does not reflect this game. 1.7 XG to 1.61 for Bournemouth.
No, to be honest, it does, because 0.82 of that came from Semenyo's pen, which was a stinker.
No, I'm just more thinking the 4 goals for Villa.
Most of them were absolute rockets from their CDMs, to be honest. Scored a worldie.
Yeah, 100%. Emi Martinez, 1 clean sheet, 1 penalty save, 22 points. Look at Digne, 19
Everton
points,
legend.
1 assist. Fuck him. 19 points, 1 assist, 1 clean sheet. Onana, 19 points and a goal. It was a worldie. Absolute worldie. Go have a look. Adam Smith subbed off with concussion. Semenyo injured over the international break, but should be okay for the weekend.
He is like 50-50.
Also threw his toys out of the pram. He's been heavily linked with every top 6 side.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he's not gone in January, to be honest.
100%. Yeah, he is gone. He has Tottenham written all over him. Emi Martinez was really good. Emi Buendia was really good. Shout out Norwich. Marcus Tavernier was the only shining light for Bournemouth. Semenyo is going to be really cheap after missing the penalty. Absolutely. Thoughts and injuries. Is Semenyo a sell and look at when he bottoms out? I think we have said this for the last 3 weeks. I'm pretty keen to jump off Semenyo and buy him back later. Speaking of Hall of Fame entries, I think we have to also include Adrian Treffer in there. RIP, gone but not forgotten.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Have to sell.
We got I think, how many people do we have in there now? I think we've only got the 4.
4 or 5.
Maybe
We have
5. We've got El Hadji Malik Diouf, who's set standard. Yep. We've got Igor Thiago.
Yes.
We've got Truffat's
both
in there
defenders.
Now. We've got Hartman in there now, and there must be.
And then Dan Ballard's like he's like
he's honorary.
Yeah,
honorary
he's not first ballot.
He's like a. Who's the bloke that got inducted? I don't know. I can't think of it. Billy Wagner fan. All you baseball fans, he got inducted like 25 years too late. There you go.
Yeah, that'll be us inducting Dan Ballard later on. Brentford 3, Newcastle 1. Oh, hell. Igor Thiago Halls again.
What a guy!
I saw this guy for Mo Salah.
I can't remember who I saw this guy for, but it wasn't worth it. It could have been Haaland, and it still wouldn't have been worth it, to be honest. What a go!
How much? He's nearly. He's 11.1 million.
He's 0.1 million.
He's averaging 11.1. He is the 6th highest averaging player in the game. Take out Ben White, who's played 1 game. He is the 5th highest averaging player. Crazy.
Goat.
What are some of these names? Omar Alderete, Nordy McKaylee, Igor Thiago.
Dan Ballard's 14th.
Oh, mate. Anyway, shout out to, if you've held, I know Matt Marquez, big fan of the show. He's held Igor Thiago.
He loves his Igor Thiago.
I don't blame him.
He vice captain him in like game week 2.
I mean, I'm not shocked. Like in the preseason, we spoke about like the big money move from Club Brugge 2 years ago. We missed all last year with an ACL. So obviously, like he's a world-class talent. And yeah,
you say that. I saw a post on Twitter the other day after he scored his brace, and it was like, it's crazy how this guy scored 9 league goals, and I don't rate him at all.
Please, people don't rate any striker that's not Erling Haaland on Twitter. It's crazy. I have seen like £60 million links for Igor Thiago. What is going on? This game, like, there's not many people from Newcastle that we're really looking at. Not many people from Brentford we're really looking at.
To be fair, Dan Burn red card, pretty decent talking point.
Oh yeah, Dan Burn is going to be hard when he comes back. Like hard to ignore when he comes back. They're going to be without him.
He's going to be pretty cheap.
The
whole
cheap.
Newcastle backline's going to be cheap as.
No, but like Vibes are so low at Newcastle right now.
I've lost all Newcastle vibes after Sven Botman.
Oh yeah, there's no vibes. There's absolutely no vibes. I need
I,
vibes.
I'm still holding Sven Botman, by the way. So
I'm so sorry for that.
I might have to get mascara. I might have to boost for mascara just to jump off this absolute shitter.
Yeah. A couple of games left. Crystal Palace, Naught, Brighton, Naught, Canvoy, 15 points and clean sheet. Jordan Henderson. Why did I say Jordan Henderson? Dean Henderson, 14 points and clean sheet. And not Ed Richards. Not Ed Richards.
Not Ed Richards. That's Chris.
14 points and clean sheet. Mukwehi back this week. Matoma also likely back, which obviously would impact game week 10 hero Diego Gomez.
No worry, game week 11 hero too. He was awesome.
Yeah, he was good. He was good again.
I think he scored like a 12 or something. And he had no.
Yeah, clean sheet. He would have had a fair bit of base as well. So yeah,
freak.
Good for him. Good for the people that bought him. Matoma's back this week. I'm praying these bench so I can feel vindicated.
Yeah, I need something.
Category really good for Brighton. Tyreek Mitchell is really good as well. Yeah, there's not really, unfortunately, association. Like there's Mateta, there's Ismail Assar, and Munoz. Really, like there's no one else from this game. Oh, Matoma, Minte as well. Like Minte's a guy I'm definitely looking at this week as well. Forest 3, Leeds 1. Elliot Anderson.
Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. Elliot Anderson.
I'm so happy with this. I
got like 3 DMs, by the way, before this game.
I knew that third choice penalty taker would get the pen.
Take a pen, 100%.
With the first and second choice both off.
100%. Maybe even he might have been fourth choice because I feel like Hudson-Odoi would be ahead of him, but he's injured.
But no, for anyone that's didn't catch it, I bought Elliot Anderson last week and played him. Obviously got a 17-pointer, which is fantastic. Morgan Gibbs-White, 16 points and a goal, and Ibrahim Sangare.
Douglas Luiz replacement. Should have never bought Douglas Luiz. Should have kept
manager icon Ibrahim Sangare. Love that, man. Chris Wood and Hudson-Odoi could both be available for this week. Elliot Anderson was awesome. Neco Williams was good again. Forrest looked good under Sean Dyche. Who would have thought? Who would have thought a team set up to play really good defensive football under a manager like Nuno looked really bad under an attack-minded manager under Ange, and now look really good under home brand Nuno?
Who would have thought that a guy that has single-handedly kept Everton out of the relegation zone for 4 seasons straight would be able to help Nottingham Forest, who's a much better franchise?
Who would have thought a defense with 3 blokes that are over 6'5" are good under Sean Dyche? Shock horror. But yeah, they played really well. So let's talk about the watch list. Elliot Anderson. If you don't have him, he's 7.1 million. He plays Liverpool.
Probably not now, to be honest.
No.
I think it was last week.
Big brain move was to buy last week.
I think it was last week or never.
Yeah. Morgan Gibbs-White, always an option as well. Shout again, Robert in the WhatsApp. I still feel terrible because I told him not to buy him like a month ago, and he's been unreal. But the one I want to talk about is Milenkovic. So we've sort of we floated with him the last couple of weeks. When's the right time to buy? But I think now is the time to jump on. If you're not keen on jumping on Mosquera early, I think Milenkovic is probably the guy to be targeting.
Yeah, he's a definite guy I'm looking at this week for sure. 3.75 million for a guy of his caliber. Like, this is a guy who started it came into the app at 9.3 million this year. We know he's got the talent. If Forest defend good, he's just hasn't really been able to do anything just with the early shit Forest run, to be honest. They just keep conceding goals. It takes away all his base stats. He can't really do much. Now that Forest look a little bit decent on Sean Dyche, it's pretty hard to ignore him at damn near basement price. So you're almost taking a guy who has proven that he can score well with no risk.
Yeah, you're getting him at nearly basement price as well. Like,
obviously Liverpool this week at Anfield, so definite bench if you're getting him. But goes into Brighton, Wolves, Everton, Tottenham, Fulham. Not bad.
But his work rate's good as well. Like, he's sitting around a 6-7 sort of base. He's been hurt badly by the goal shit. Like, if we look at this Ange era, 0-0, 5-3, 2-1-1. And that's not base. That's just them having 4,000 goals shipped past them. Under Dyche, it's been 5, then 7. Like 3.75 million with a guy with the upside that he's got. Really, really keen to explore Nikola Milenkovic. So, yeah, jump on. Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0, last game of the round. Jeremy Doku. He's been a player. How about this guy? 18 points, 1 goal.
How about this guy? How about
this guy, Nico O'Reilly. 17 points, 1 assist, and Gonzalez 17 points and a goal. Hugo Ekitike and Andy Robertson both off in the 56th minute after not doing a whole lot. Gorgi Mamadashvili save really helped him, and it really hurt Erling Haaland, which was great for me as a non-captain.
How good is that for me though? With Mamadashvili fielder and a Haaland fielder.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're like, sure, yeah. Nico Gonzalez has been good in that Rodri role while he still works back to fitness. Mateus Nunes and Nico O'Reilly have been unreal as of late. Van Dijk has been very disappointing. I'm not sure if it's Van Dijk's fault or the big French fraud that's next to him.
Yeah, he was a bit, but I don't think Van Dijk was good in this game.
No. But like, I don't think.
But that big fat French fraud is a bit.
I don't think.
A bit how you going?
I don't think Maldini would look very good next to Ibrahima Konate. So
I think there is a good chance that Mark Guehi will find his.
Hang on. Like, this is the thing, right? So I saw Mark Guehi being linked to to Real Madrid, right? And some of the Real Madrid fans are like,
linked to everywhere now. Barcelona,
he's unreal. But like some Real Madrid fans are like, oh no, he's a bum. We want Konate. I was like, have you been watching football for the last few years?
They don't watch ball.
Oh, mate, Real Madrid fans are crazy.
They saw that one decent performance that Konate put up against them in the Champions League and said, "Yep, that's the guy we need."
It's the Jack Wilshere effect. Just one good game in European football, and you just feast off that for years. So Nico O'Reilly, obviously, really interesting talking point. I think he's first choice. Under Pep, it's never easy to say that. Reynat Nori is back. That is the concern.
The thing is what I don't like about Nico O'Reilly, and it's the same thing with Matthias Nunes. I said this at the start of the season when it was always going to be Matthias Nunes or Rico Lewis. And now sort of Rico Lewis has been out for ages, and we haven't spoken about Matthias Nunes at all, even though he's still been performing at right back.
He was your guy in the preseason. You were so keen.
They're midfielders that are playing defense, which, you know, it's you don't get the good clean sheet bonus anyway. You get the average one, and you don't get that many base stats, really. It's sort of more especially this year, it's the more holding midfielders and the strictly man-on-man centre backs that are being that are being the it's hard to go for them too, just because they're mids playing positions.
Of course. Last week we had Connor Bradley on Minutes Watch at 3.9 million, about to come into the draw of his life. He just did play 83 minutes again. Have we seen enough? 3.9 million for you to jump on?
Yeah, he's definitely another one. It's between them three. I can almost guarantee you that everyone will be looking at one of them three this week. Mosquera, Milenkovic, and Bradley. And I can't talk out any of them at this stage, to be honest. I'm finding no flaws with none of them. Bradley's coming into the draw of his life. He's essentially just kicked Jeremy Frimpong out to the curb, and then he's going to go play right wing when AFCON starts. So
I would probably rank them Mosquera, Bradley, Milenkovic, only because under Schlott, like, it's not Trent bobbing down the wing. So it's probably more clean sheet reliant, whereas a guy like Mosquera, I just back the defense a little bit more. Milenkovic is probably the best base stat guy out of a lot of those. So it depends on how I wake up each day. Like, I think Mosquera is pretty clear number one for me, but then it's like take a pick out of Bradley or Milenkovic.
All right, let's put it this way: if you want the vanilla, you're gonna have to use one of your terms again. The sex, it's what sex with the lights off,
missionary sex with the lights on.
Yeah. You take Milenkovic. If you want the extravagant,
I still want to make money from this episode, so we got to be.
extravagant option. Let's go that. Go Connor Bradley. And if you want a guy who's just going to do a bit of both and potentially, might have some fun doing it, you might be thinking, what's going on here? It's Mosquera.
I think Mosquera, because like if you have Raya and Gabriel, you can probably go one of the other two. But if you don't have Raya, if you've got Sanchez or you've got Vicario or you've got anyone else, I think you need a piece of Arsenal defense. So that's why I like Mosquera so high. I'm a little bit 50-50 because I do own William Saliba. So I'm just sort of thinking about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I do own Van Dijk as well. So I'm like, I'm going to probably double up unless I do go Milenkovic. But in saying that, you got three really, really good options. Let's talk about our fraud of the week. My favorite segment. I get to poo-poo on some players I'm
so excited for
wasn't
this.
really overly happy with.
Leave the football before the football leaves you. The football's left them.
Oh, you're very excited, so I'll give the floor to you. I'm sure you're ready to shit on everyone, so hit me.
The football has absolutely left Ollie Watkins, because how does your team score 4 goals and you do nothing?
Remember when
He is 4.5 million. Oliver Watkins, 4.5 million. He has, and this is no word of a lie, 1 league goal this season in 11 game weeks.
In a World Cup year, by the way. In a World Cup year.
Oh, he won't be going. Don't worry about that. It's not easy. Don't worry, Aston Villa. You got him. You might. Morgan Rogers still might go, even though he was pretty fraudulent this week too. He did nothing well with 4 goals scored.
Danny Welbeck is the second best English striker in the world.
Yep. No doubt in my mind. Yep.
Oh, mate, what's going on? My fraud of the week is looking at my team. Van Dijk played City, so I can give him a break. William Saliba, 2 points against Sunderland. Not happy, Jan. Tazini Reinders with a big fat DNP. So yeah, not happy with them.
Oh yeah, in my team, Matthias Cunha, you really disappointed me, mate.
Wait, why are you on Cunha? When did that happen?
I think that must have been who I went Igor Thiago to get. Yeah, did it to make money.
That's worse than Salah. And Salah sucks.
No, Cunha scored me 15 and 9 the past 2 weeks. Well,
mate.
before this week, before we played Tottenham and just decided to not do anything. But I blame the fact that Brian and Buemo played on the left and Bruno just kept looking left side, didn't look right at all.
That's all right, mate. Your day will come when he's 5 million and Buemo's at AFCON. Let's head into the SuperCoach talking points for Game Week 12.
It can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
Fitting with former Irish head coach in there when they're at the World Cup. It can't go on like this. It did improve. The weekly high score, 154 to Duke, coached by Shane. He captained Declan Rice. He had Cullen 6 in AE, had Malo Gusto with a 25, had Digne, had Thiago, had Keane's 21 on the bench, had Kudus, who didn't play with no points, to come in for him.
This is one of those ones. It's been a long time.
He captained Rice, and Rice sucked. So, mate, what could have been?
It's been a long time since I've seen one of these absolute fluke wins, and I needed it.
I love them. I love them. It just shows
this guy's team. Please look at it for yourself. It's absolutely hilarious. I can almost guarantee you that he hasn't tuned into the app since about game week 4. He's won the weekly. He's
won more money than you and I ever will. So shout out to Shane. Quick mini league update. Richie's Rockstars. Richard first in the mini league, still second overall. He did score 79 this week. That is not a very good score. Richard, I'm coming for you. Pick it up. Let's move into the game week preview when we talk about the trade trends, and we talk about the captaincy chat, and who are our moves and the strategy behind them. There's not much of that, but there's some moves to be made. We'll talk about the most popular trade-ins, and Deadly has not put it in.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll read the first one out. Malo Gusto.
Malo Gusto, most traded player in, feels quite reactionary.
To be fair, I made the joke after the game in the WhatsApp that he is the one that got away.
Yes.
Because I don't think you should really be paying 8.9 million for Malo Gusto, who was 4.9 3 weeks ago. So it's a bit.
Oh my God. Holy shit. He's got 13, 4, 15, 25. I didn't notice this.
He's been unreal. That's what I mean. He's the one that got away.
You're definitely buying high, and you're probably going to be selling low. Minus 15 break even. So it does have a monstrous break even. Up against Burnley this week, then plays Arsenal, then plays Leeds, then plays Bournemouth, then plays Everton. Look, I'm okay with the fixtures. Arsenal next week at Stamford Bridge. You just praise a 0-0 snooze fest. But the fixtures are good.
To be fair, a Gabriel trade to him is definitely not the worst option in the world.
How much is our boy? Brees Hammers.
He had a stinker and he scored a 0. I'd rather take Gusto, to be honest.
I don't know. Big boys have Sanchez and Cucurella double up. Look, I'm not against it. I'm not for it. It seems like a fine move. Number 2 on this list, Virgil van Dijk is the most traded in. I think people are just looking at a name and a fixture list. Like, it's hard to. I've never ever seen I don't think I'll ever see a player get slapped 3-0, lose the game, have 0 points. -1, and be the second most bought in player. But he has dropped nearly $4 million this year. Look, the fixtures are great. It's just there's no data to go off this. You're backing in that Liverpool turn out to be good, and the fixtures help that.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I'd rather just wait and see Van Dijk have a good game because he's not going to make any cash quick enough to where he's like going to be unattainable or anything like that. And the second he has a good game, that's when you can jump on, make sure Liverpool look good, and hopefully ride the VVD train all the way into the sunset.
7 break even this week, and look, he does have goal threat normally. I'm not confident. What a hot take. I'm not confident centre back scores a goal. I think this week is very, very low, lower than normal because you're up against Milenkovic and Murillo, who are both big men. So it would be hard to score for set piece, and a clean sheet would only sort of see him score 12, 13 points, and that's only 5 or 6 points above the break even. So very happy to wait. Daniel Munoz wheels up. Now's the time. Jump on. Break even 10 up against Wolves, who my local A-League side, my local NPL side could probably beat at this point in time. They suck. Daniel Munoz is him. Wheels up. Love it.
Yep.
Pedro.
Gabriel to Munoz is the safest trade you could ever make in human history.
Slapping you in the face. So, 100%. Yeah, I'm jealous I don't have a $15 million defender to move off just quietly. So, him to Munoz, and you still bank yourself.
Shout out Quintus Hartman, who it's only going to cost me $1.8 million to get to Daniel Munoz. What a guy! One more round of applause for Quintus Hartman.
Love my tattooed Dutchman. Big fan. And I'm going to be clipping my preseason take of telling you what to buy me, and 10 people owned him and taking the game. João Pedro, wowee, what a season for this man. 128, 13, 10. Nothing for 7 weeks, and then a 19 and 14. 7.8 million. We spoke about Malo Gusto's draw, about how it's Burnley this week and then Arsenal leads. Like, I don't know if I'm keen. I'm not keen. I own him. It's a nervous watch. I captained him last week. It was stressful.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where last week was definitely the week to buy him. There was money to be made with him. He had the best matchup you could ever possibly have against Wolves. Look, he was always going to score good. Let's just be honest with ourselves here.
I wasn't confident in the 70th minute.
Wolves, bottle jobs. We've known that now. They let Hannibal tear them apart in the 90th minute.
Up against Burnley this week at Turf Moor. It's still pretty keen. -10 break even, 7.8 million.
I still don't hate it. I'm
trying to think what forwards you're moving on, like Voltamade maybe.
Like, who's the most trend out forward?
Shesko, maybe if you've got Shesko or
Semenyo.
I don't know if I'm doing Semenyo to Pedro.
Would you do Semenyo to Pedro? No. I probably wouldn't. I don't think I would.
No.
I'd probably do Semenyo at this
number
stage.
5, JD Kenvot.
Don't. Just simply enough. Only came in because Mark Guehi was laid out through injury. He is. I reckon it'll be almost impossible to not see Mark Guehi playing this.
The back 5 tiles pick themselves, and JD cover is not in the 5.
He's not in there. Simple enough. And he might, if you buy him, he might come off the bench for a 0-pointer in 2 minutes if you're lucky.
Sure. Bruno Fernandes, 10.2. Can't hate it. He's Bruno. He'll rack up points. Sure.
Yep.
No. He's back. 2 weeks in a row. minus 20 break even, to be fair. So when he is benched, he comes on for 2 minutes. He'll still make bulk money.
This guy might haunt us for life.
I can't wait for him to start next week.
Please, Kairu Matoma, please come back, because if he starts again and scores another 15, we are in trouble.
Robert, Hertzler, big fan of the pod, I assume. So
I'm gonna need Hertzler to do what he did when he took Gomez off in this game and play Maxim de Kuyper left wing. That would be lovely.
Yeah. No, it's a no from Deadly. And number 18, Henderson. What does Palace's fixtures look like? I haven't really looked at Palace's fixtures.
They're not bad. I mean, it's sort of the main reason we're going for Munoz, no?
No,
They have Wolves.
Munoz is just Munoz. Like he's
Yeah,
just
but they have
him.
Wolves.
Oh my god, they play Wolves. Hey, Wolves are very good. Captain Dean Henderson. Wait, what would you do? What would you do if you saw this game in the warm up? You saw Dean Henderson wearing the cap. Do you buy in captain?
Buying,
captain?
triple captaining, doing whatever I can, boosting for him. If I saw him in the cap mid game, I need that in my life. That's just too much aura, too much vibes.
Niche references. Dean Henderson in the Community Shield at the start of the year. It was like a 4:00 game in the afternoon. Just wore a cap in goal. It was just.
It looked like it was just too much aura floating about. Like, no wonder Liverpool didn't score many times.
Might make that the thumbnail. Just Dean Henderson in a cap.
Yes.
Next most, Dean Henderson, 6.6 million. I like it. It's cheap defense.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. Actually, the fixtures look really nice, to be honest.
Because Bukayo Saka, 8.55 million. Now this I can get behind. I'm much more on board with paying. I'd rather buy Bukayo Saka than buy João Pedro.
Yeah, agreed. 100%. If you don't own Saka, buy him. Simple as
Would
that.
you do Semenyo Saka? I'd do Semenyo Saka.
I think I'd damn near do anyone besides Haaland to Saka.
Yes.
Besides maybe Igor Thiago because he's the GOAT, but
and Mateta this week because they play.
It's Mateta as well. So yeah,
and Nico Gonzalez 5.4 million. Oh, man,
he's so hard to get a gauge on Nico Gonzalez because
the minutes have been so weird. 90, 75, 19, 24, and these benchings just come out of nowhere.
He's been good for ages, and then they just sort of didn't know who they wanted to put in the Rodri role, and they decided, "Hey, Nico, why don't you give it a go?"
This is the thing, though, right? Like City sort of found form after Arsenal. He played 90. It
also really helped that Tijani Reinders just didn't feel like showing up to this football match either.
Yeah. So 90 minutes against Burnley, 68 against Brentford, 86 against Everton. You start to think, all right, cool, we're getting some momentum happening. He's 5 million. And then the 28 minutes against Villa, back starting 90 minutes against Bournemouth and Liverpool. Like, it's just any player that's not named Erling Haaland, it's just you're stressing over team lists. And you just have to be prepared to either one, set an alarm and make sure you can bench him, or two, you've got to just be content with the fact that you might wake up at 7 o'clock the next morning and say you played 15 minutes for no reason.
I'm already stressed enough owning Sven Botman. I don't want the added stress of having to play Pep Roulette. That's simple enough for me.
Yeah. Look, it's hard. If you can put up with the pain, then sure. All right, most traded out players. Where's my soundbite? Where's my soundbite? Here we go.
Claude, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked.
It's time to go!
Damn, it's crazy when a man's out for 10 weeks and he isn't the most traded out player and he's 15 million. Mickey van der Ven, 11.4 million. He sucks. Playing Arsenal this week.
Absolute cinema. Cinema. Shout out him for just basically destroying Everton just for the sake of it and then do nothing the next 2 weeks. Shout out Mickey van der Ven.
Shock horror.
Sell him and don't buy him back because I guarantee there is someone out there who bought him after he's 25, then sold him after he's 2 shitters after that, then bought him back after this, and then is selling him again this week. Make that the last time Mickey van der Ven touches your side, please.
Shock horror. Defender who scores 2 goals against a clean sheet doesn't haul every single week. Shock. Yep, sell. Reece James, 11 million. What are we doing with Reece James? Because he was the thumbnail 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's tough because it seems like him and Gusto just trade a good week every single week, don't they? Reece James, 33, 6, 14, 1. So he's due.
He's due.
Hang on. What happened with Reece James? Why did he only play 13 minutes? This is bad looking for me. He might be injured, to be honest. I haven't even looked.
Great content. Great podcasting.
Yeah.
He has a 17 break even this week. There's every chance he hits that against Burnley, to be fair.
Oh no, he's fine. I think he's just yeah, actually no, he's fine. He played against Serbia. What am I saying? I don't know why he played 13 minutes anyway.
Maybe just, I'm holding.
Yeah, hold. And yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with him, so hold.
Gabriel, 14.8 million. So
yes, no doubt.
Anton Semenyo, 9.8 million. Sell, but just depends to who. Sell to Saka.
Sell to
Hold
Saka.
to probably anyone else.
Sell to Saka. Just have fun against watching him tear up West Ham this week, probably.
please. Johnny Reinders, 5.4 million. I mean, sure, if you've got money in the bank, sure.
Oh, that makes sense why Reece James played so little minutes. Sorry, just backtracking to Reece James. Because they wanted to play João Pedro at 10, Enzo had to come back to play 8, and they only had one spot for one right back, and they played Gusto. So there
Makes
you go.
sense.
Maybe Gusto is preferred to Reece James now.
No.
To be honest, I don't want a bar of either of them at this stage. If that's the case, if they're gonna have to rotate.
Oh, just wait for the team lists. If James starts, then he plays Burnley, and I'm holding. To Johnny Reinders, 5.4 million. I mean, sell if you want. The question is to who. He's not. He hasn't made money. He hasn't lost money.
Yeah, we
What
haven't got an Elliot Anderson.
Pep loves him. Like Pep loves him.
Yeah, we haven't got an Elliot Anderson to sell to this week, so it's a bit like
No,
who.
we don't.
It's I'm gonna be honest, not pretty options. Ibrahim Sangare, anyone?
No, I'm holding purely due to lack of options. Hall of Famer Adrian Truffert, sell 7.6 million.
It's a real shame. Yeah, it's time to go.
Man, tell you what, tough crowd to sell David Raya.
Yeah. Why?
He's just gone 10-10, 11-10.
Hang on, why?
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, so why are people trading David Raya to Dean Henderson? Is that the cash grab of the week, is it? Because I don't love that at all.
He's had 7 scores out of 11 over 10 points, and people are just like, you know what?
I'd kill for a David Raya right now.
He is Andy in Toy Story. I don't want to play with you no more. Just don't sell David Raya. Put your head in.
I'd kill for a David Raya right now. I have to scrape 5 points because of a saved pen with Mamadashvili nowadays.
Oh, I wouldn't. I've got my boy, Robert Sanchez.
Yeah, okay, Mr. -4 or whatever he scored when he got that red card.
Holy shit. I thought he's been good this year. He sucked. He's 9th for most points.
Who? Robert Sanchez?
I guess in games where he played 80 minutes, he's probably the best averaging player.
Who? Robert Sanchez?
Yeah, he's only scored 6.
Yeah, he's got a -4.
I know. I forgot about that.
And then a -1 the week after.
Yeah. I feel like in every other game he's been good, though.
He's had... Before the red card, he averaged 8.3. After the red card, he averaged 5.8. And then the -1 brought him down to a 4.7. He's back up to a 6.
I thought he was good. He has scored less points than Dorde Petrovic, so that's
fraud.
A concern.
Absolute
he
fraud.
has scored 4 more points than Gianluigi Donnarumma, who didn't play for the first month. I thought he was much better than that. Anyway, Sean Longstaff, 9.7 million. Sell.
Oh yeah, should have done it a couple of weeks ago, but yes, definitely sell now. You're lucky that he's still 9.7 million. That's impressive.
The base is held together. Marco Senesi, Bournemouth defense. I'm not sure what to make of it. They do play West Ham, and our strikers are the corpse of.
The corpse of Callum Wilson. He's been wonderful.
The corpse of Callum Wilson and the preseason hype 2 years ago of Nicholas Fulkrug. So I'm
almost positive Nicholas Fulkrug's like linked to go to like a third tier German side or something ridiculous. It's something like he won't even get a gig in Div 2 Germany now.
He stinks. Senesi, I'm happy to keep. It's making me want to hold Truffert because we suck. But Senesi
it's a decent enough run for at least the next 3 weeks to be like, yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, they just scored 4 goals. They conceded 4 goals. He scored a point. The fact he didn't go negative is impressive enough.
The last one, Joe Road on 22 break even, 8.4 million. Yeah,
yes, sell. Yes, sell. He's a borderline Hall of Famer too, to be fair.
No, because I never owned him, so it doesn't count. Oh no, I did own him. Yeah, no, you chucked him in.
You owned him. I didn't own him.
Yeah, get him in.
You forget your goats. You can never be in the Hall of Fame if you're forgetting the goats, man.
No, I actually forgot that he was in my team. Let's talk about captaincy before we talk about our moves.
This was the no-brainer. This was the banker. This was the one that couldn't fail. This was one that's never failed.
You've got Haaland top against Newcastle at St James's Park.
I wanted to put Mateta at number 1, and I still think I might.
I would put Mateta at 1.
Jean-Philippe Mateta. If you own Jean-Philippe Mateta, captain him. Have fun.
Oh, vibes galore. If you're going to go against Haaland, it's a way to Newcastle at St James's Park. I'm okay going against Haaland for the second week in a row. I
think I'm going to go Danny Munoz.
Sorry. I was going to say. I thought both my vice captain and captain weren't in this list, but they are. Mateta away against Wolves and Bukayo Saka at home against Tottenham, North London derby. That's going to be a massive game, so definitely one to watch out for there. The vice captaincy safety net. Daniel Munoz away against Wolves. Absolutely.
Clean
Marco
sheet
Correa
locked in.
away against Burnley. I've slash João Pedro slash Enzo Fernandez. And the last one, Mohamed
Whoever
Salah.
else you want.
Yeah, just any from Chelsea. Mohamed Salah home against Nottingham Forest. I have the captaincy on him at the moment.
Ooh, cheeky. I like it.
Vice captaincy on João Pedro. So I'm not sure
I
what
actually
to
feel
make of that.
sick for my captain and vice captain right now. It's Cucurella into Munoz, which just
Oh,
zero vibes going on there, to be honest with you. Absolutely none.
very zero
But to
vibes.
be honest, is there more vibes captaining Munoz than there is captaining Haaland? Surely, right?
Oh, I'm not captaining Haaland this week. I think I'm very happy to not happy. I'm very content with going away from him.
Newcastle completely suck, but at the same time, you look at it this week. There's so many 2 a.m. kickoff games, and my loophole of Allison is in the 2 a.m. kickoff, so I'd have to take someone before then.
You're awake. I run now. I run these days, and I'm tired.
Yeah, and I'd still have to. It doesn't matter because I'll be locked out at 2 a.m. So I'd
20 to
still
11
take it
on
anyway.
Thursday night. I have to edit this and sleep. Let's talk about our moves and strategy before we do wrap up for the week. Locked versus tentative transfers, our captaincy and our vice captaincy, and our bench dilemmas. I'm boosting this week. Yeah. So I've got 4 left and 31 trades after making moves this week, which I still think is in a good position. We have 28 game weeks left, and I've got 31 trades. So we're sitting at about 1.1, which is we haven't lost any ground from the start of the season. So happy with that. I am trading out Adrian Truffert, Quindashili Hartman, and Eberichi Eze. My thinking here is Trossard back, Kai Havertz back, R9 up top,
True.
and Martin Odegaard's not too far away. He's been okay. He's made me some money. I played him when I need to. But the boys I'm bringing in, Dan Munoz, Mosquera, and Yakuba Minter. I'm vibing high. Vibes are high.
Vibes are really, really high.
Am tossing up between trading out Eberichi Eze and Jared Bowen. I just think Bowen's a guy. If gun to my head, I can't make another trade for the rest of the season. I want Bowen over Eze. And that's what I'm sort of thinking. And that's especially in a game so volatile with scoring. If Bowen bags 2 this week against Bournemouth, it basically negates the next 4 weeks of poor fixtures because we can just ride the high of not losing too much cash. Eze, I think, is going to be a risk of rotation every week with a full strength Arsenal side back. We've also seen what's his face from Chelsea that now plays for Arsenal.
Blanking. Which position?
Where's
please?
Where's the do-rag?
Really blanking. Oh no, this is bad looks. Noni Madueke, there we go.
Noni Madueke, he's back soon as well. So Barcelona getting their troops back. I just think, Eze, he's done his job. I put a line in the centre, selling him roughly around now, so I'm happy to do that. Minter, he's locked in 10 million mid. Happy to have him. Another one like, Bruno, another one like Cole Palmer, another one like Bowen, barring injury, a guy that I'm probably going to be holding for near enough the whole season. Eventually, I'll try and get Reinders and or Anderson up to Palmer when he's back, and then I can just have Minter, Bowen, Bruno, and Palmer and just lock those guys away. And Mosquera. Yeah, obviously Mosquera versus Bradley versus Milenkovic. I've got 740K in the bank, so I can afford anyone. But probably we'll go Mosquera just because I like the ceiling of the Arsenal defense, and it gives me a clear jump-off point when Gabriel is back. So, 3 trades, 36 or 31 left. Vice captaincy right now on João Pedro. Mohamed Salah is captain. Another Hall of Fame inductee, Harry Tyra, is my starting goalkeeper. And a back 4. I'm playing a 4-3-3. Daniel Munoz, Cucurella, Saliba, and Van Dijk with Mosquera on the bench. Bruno, Minte, and Bowen starting with Anderson away to Liverpool and Reinders, who sucks, on the bench, and a front 3 of Haaland. No captaincy on him, Salah, and Pedro. What about you, my friend?
Well, just before I go through my team, I've got a funny little story about Harry Tyra now. So, obviously, I haven't played FIFA in many, well, not many years. I haven't played it. I haven't played it seriously in a few years now. All I do every year is I load up and I make a full Everton team and just run an Everton past and present. And obviously, with Evos being a thing now in FIFA, they're a big thing now, and you can now Evo goalkeepers, which hasn't been a thing in the past. Mate, Harry Tyra, is now like an 80. I've got him as an 86 rated. I don't know what the card is, but it's like the new Festival of Football retirer, and all the way even from his bronze 64 rated, which I'm very happy about. So shout out Harry Tyra. Me for this week. Still actually don't know if Alisson's back, which I think it's in a couple weeks, maybe. I don't know. Mamadashvili or Alisson, whoever starts, I'll be awake.
Oh yeah, you got both.
Yeah.
Forgot that.
And then trading in Danny Munoz for Quinton Shelley-Hartman. Feel like that's a pretty easy trade.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other one is only making the 2 trades is absolute fraud that is Pedro Porro, the ghost of Pedro Porro that has been killed by Jed Spence after Jed Spence subbed him off. Doggy subbed him off and then Spence went to right back. That's what it was on the weekend. Whatever that concoction they've got going on with those 3, I don't want a bar of it anymore. I'm sick of him. Trading him to Milinkovic at the minute so I can bank some cash to hopefully go. Well, I need some cash to get Botman out, to be honest. So might use that extra bit of cash to, cheeky upgrade here and there around the squad. But Munoz and Milinkovic in. Bringing in Munoz, captaining him against Wolves, which, very boring. Vice captain on Kukurea, very boring, but I have to put it on a Chelsea player. Otherwise, I can't loop. So he's the guy. Starting Saliba as well against Tottenham, benching Botman and Milinkovic. Declan Rice holding down my midfield with Bruno Szoboszlai. Starting Jared Bowen against Bournemouth, which, he's probably got one more week in him from me, but I'm not sure about. Benching Jack Grealish, but he could change. But I think for right now he's getting benched. And then Haaland, Saka, and Cunha all on field. Yeah.
When you said you were trading out of fraud, I didn't know you owned Ollie Watkins, but you clarified with Pedro Porro. Well, that's going to be it. It's going to be game week 12. We will have game week 13 next week, and then I think game week 14 will be like 2 days after that. So, look, this isn't NRL for me, and this isn't AFL for you. I do this for fun. We will try very hard to get midweek episodes out.
It's a little just a break up little thing, not like a. We like to do it because it's something to do in the off season.
Yeah. What I'm saying is there are no promises of getting a midweek episode. We will try our hardest.
I cannot guarantee you that you will see 3 episodes every single week. No,
I'm training for a half marathon, and that is taking it out of me. So I am.
I work way too late.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go. We will try. We'll probably commit to the first one, and we'll see how we go. It's going to be.
We're locked in. We're locked in to record on this whatever the Tuesday is in between the Monday game and the Wednesday that starts the next game.
We probably might have to record Monday night, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, we will. It's a very, very busy 6-week stretch. So whether there's content or not, you know where to find us on social media. You know where to find us. You get the WhatsApp link. We'll always post in there because it's very easy. But we will we'll see you on the other side. Game week 12 just around the corner. Probably should give an update as to lockout. First game of the week, 11:30 on Saturday night, Saturday the 22nd at time of listening, and then we have a host of 2:00 games. Wowee! And then
almost all the games are done on the 2:00, and then
we have a fucking 7:00 Tuesday game. I hate these; they're the worst.
And I tell you what, Everton always get them. I don't know why.
It's good for Harry Tyra, though.
I don't know why Everton. It happened in the very first game week. I had to stay up till 6 a.m. just to watch Everton get pumped by Leeds.
Oh, that's right. I went for a walk at like 5 in the morning. I was listening to it. It was horrendous. It was a boring game, and there was like a 90-minute winner. Anyway, this podcast has been going for an hour. We will see you next week for game week 13. Good luck. Have fun. You know where to find us. Thank you for listening to Talking Tactics. You're going to have one go-to for all things EPL SuperCoach.